Hey, this is George with the New Hunter's Guide, and today we're going to be doing one of my absolute favorite deer recipes. This is Chipotle Venison Quesadillas. Now this dish is super fast, super easy, and almost impossible to mess up. It's also the best recipe I know of on planet Earth for using leftover venison. Now venison is a dish not just best served fresh, but almost only served fresh. But this dish, you can take leftover venison and turn it into a 5-star, fantastic dinner for you and the whole family. Let's get started. All right, so we're gonna get started with our leftover venison. Now, we've got plenty here. We could make probably a few of these actually. I'm gonna make 2, one for me, my wife, and my son. Now you just want to make sure that the venison is already sliced. This was sliced already from the last dish that I made, which was a coal-seared venison with a rustic rosemary chili sauce. I'll put the link for that in the description down below. But once we get it sliced, we just want to chop it up into some smaller chunks and pieces. Just like so. We don't need to go overboard, but you want it in smaller bite size or semi-bite sized chunks. And that is pretty good. We just got a couple stray pieces here. Get it nice and small. And then what we're gonna do, we've got a saucepan here. So we're just gonna take this, load it into the saucepan. Just like that. Like I said, this is about enough for 2 quesadillas for 2 adults. Then we're gonna add some barbecue sauce. Now, I like to use Sweet Baby Ray's, but you can use any barbecue sauce you want. Oh, about that much is all you need. Now, the barbecue sauce here is gonna do a couple things. It's gonna keep it moist, it's gonna add some flavor and some sweetness, and it's gonna protect that venison during the heating process. So we're gonna take it over here and we're gonna put it right on the grill burner. We're gonna crank the heat up and get the heat started on that. Now the thing to keep in mind here is we are not cooking the meat at this point. The meat's already cooked. We're just heating it up, trying to get a little bit of sizzle, trying to awaken the flavors in that barbecue sauce, because hot barbecue sauce has much better flavor, well, different flavor than cold barbecue sauce. So this is gonna be great. We'll let it get heated up and we'll see how it goes. All right, so we got this started here. We're just gonna stir it a little bit. Again, we're not cooking it. It's already cooked. We're just getting some heat on it because there's nothing worse or no way to ruin a quesadilla faster than a cold center. So we just want to get this meat heated up and get that in good shape. That is almost there. All right, we have stirred and heated this for about 2 or 3 minutes. So we're gonna take that off the heat and we're gonna take our big pan, put it on the heat, and this is gonna start heating up. And we're gonna toss our quesadilla shell on top of that and start putting the cheese on. All right, so we get that on there just like so. Now we get our cheese down. And we're going to use a generous portion of sharp cheddar here. If you've got the time, it's always great to grate your own, but I don't have the time, hence the leftover venison recipe. And most days of the week, I'm not in a cheese grating kind of mood, especially with these volumes. So we get that cheese on there nice and liberally like that. Then we're gonna add a little bit of barbecue sauce. I like to use a tangy sauce for this part of it. And that just sort of gets down in there with the cheese along with a little bit of salt. Just some sea salt. That's all gonna melt together. And then we're gonna add in the secret ingredient. This is a chipotle spice blend with chipotle, pineapple, mango, lime. I know it's pronounced chipotle, but I just don't like that L in there. Now that's all gonna melt together and just give us the most fabulous flavor. And as that's starting to melt over the heat, we're gonna add our meat on. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the beautiful color on this barbecued, freshly barbecued sauce and toasted and warmed up venison. Oh, that is the stuff. And then we're gonna add just a little bit of salsa. I'm using a mango salsa. Add a little bit more flavor there with the mango. You can use whatever you like. If you like something spicy, that'll work here. Like I said, almost no way you can mess this up. Now it's time to close it whenever you see all that cheese starting to melt. And we'll give it a quick check because we don't want to burn it. Nope, this one's coming along really nice. So we're gonna add a little more heat. Spin it some. And the cheese is almost melted. Ooh, we're getting toasted on the outside, so we're gonna fold it over. Oh, look at that. Look at that color. That is perfect. Check that side. Make sure we get it as flat as we can. We don't want to spill too much of the inside. And this is the less done side, so we're gonna give it another minute there. And then we are almost done. Now, because we already heated the venison that's going in the middle, you know, we're not trying to cook anything in the middle of this. That's already done. We're just trying to get the right color, the right meltiness on the cheese. Heat that sauce up a little. I think right there is it. Put that right onto our plate. And we are golden. All right, so here's the finished product. We've let this cool for a couple minutes. So we're just gonna slice it up. You could use a pizza cutter for this. And let's just look at that. Gooey, delicious, cheesy goodness right there. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. So there you have it. Delicious Chipotle lime quesadillas. Oh man. The sweetness, just that little bit of spice, all the different flavors from the seasoning, the 2 barbecue sauces, that awesome cheddar cheese. Guys, this is amazing. You've got to make this. We like to make it all the time. I have made steaks fresh just to slice them up and make this with because I didn't have leftovers. So I want to invite you guys to try this recipe. It's amazing. Make sure you hit thumbs up, hit subscribe, leave a comment below. What do you think? Until next time, God bless you guys, and go get them in the woods.